Hello students, this is Gaurav and today I will be the mentor of your class. Before moving any further into our class, a brief introduction about myself. My name is Gaurav and basically I am an electrical engineer. I have been part of various important projects including airport. I have been teaching students from the past 4 years and currently I am teaching engineering students. This was all about me. Now coming back to our topic. Today's topic is light. Today we will be learning something basic, fundamental about light. This will be an introductory class. So by today's session, we will learn some basic things about light. So what is the first thing that comes into your mind when you hear the sound or hear the word light? What is the first thing? It is something that helps us to see object around us. Okay. It is something that can be related to see. How we see things, it is closely related to light. This is the first thing that comes into our mind. Second thing, we have heard by now that light is a form of energy. So the second point, that is very importantly describes the nature of light, is that it is a form of energy. Now, while we were discussing about light, we came across this point. What is this? Energy. What is energy? So to understand light properly, we have to understand that there is a thing or there is an entity called energy. To properly understand energy, we have to push further our study towards origin of the universe. So about universe is everything which we can think of, which exists around us, is called universe. Okay, so universe, there is universe, and universe according to science can be broadly divided into two categories. First thing first, we have to discuss matter, little bit about matter. So what is matter? Matter is anything which occupies space, anything which occupies space. Like this, I am holding this pen right now. So this is occupying some space. This is the space where no other matter can be accommodated. So every matter occupies some space around us. That means if it has some space, it will not allow other matters or other material to occupy the same space. This is the first thing we can understand about the basic property of the matter. The second thing that comes is, this is very important again, it is called mass. So anything which we consider under the definition of matter has also mass. So for the time being, we can relate it to the weight. Okay, so anything which occupies some space and also have some mass that can be related to weight is called matter. Fine. So think of anything which occupies some space and has mass, like this pen. So broadly we can also divide this matter into three different categories or three different states, to be precise. The first one is called solid, the second one is called liquid, and the third one is called gas. Now coming to energy, anything in the universe which does not fulfills the criteria of matter will be categorized under energy. That means in an entity which does not occupy space and does not have mass. So what are the different forms of energy? Here comes our different forms of energy. The first one can be defined as light, which we are studying currently. Other form of energy? Yes, there are other forms of energy. That is sound. Sound is also a form of energy. Third, which is very important to us right now, it is electricity. Electricity is also kind of energy. Okay, try to understand the pattern that we are assigning energy with. Light does not has mass, it does not occupy some space. Sound also does not has mass, weight, and it also does not occupy space. Electricity also does not have mass and it does not occupy space. There are also various other kinds of forms of energy. Some of them are nuclear energy. Okay, this is a kind of energy generally used to produce electricity, also used in atom bombs, nuclear bombs. Okay, and here we have thermal energy. Thermal can be associated with heat. So form of energy which comes by the virtue of heat can be termed as thermal energy. There are also various other energies. For the time being, we will read this much. So around these different forms of energy, we have started what? Light. So we will now focus our study towards light. Coming back to light, there are some fundamental things which we have to understand to properly understand the nature of light. Okay, the first thing that is very important which is associated with light is that it always travels in straight line path. Okay, straight line path. That means if there is a source like an electronic torch, so if light is coming out of this torch, okay, so it will always travel in a straight line path in a medium. So light always travels in a straight line path. That is very important. That is one of the most important properties that is shown by light. The second thing that is important and can be associated with light is that speed of light. So we have discussed that light travels in space. Light travels in space. So there must be some speed associated with light. Basically, we can assign this number as approximate value of light. What is this? 3 lakhs kilometer per second. So what does this mean? 3 lakhs kilometer per second. This is the speed of light. So in simple words, if light is given 1 second to travel in space, if light is given 1 second, okay, so if we are switching on this bulb or this torch and we have given 1 second to travel this ray of light in space, then in this 1 second it will travel how much? It will travel 3 lakhs kilometers in space. Massive quantity. So we have learned two important properties of light is that straight always travels in a straight line path, and second, it travels in space at a speed of 3 lakhs kilometers per second. So it is the speed of light in vacuum. Speed of light also varies in different mediums. If light travels in air, water, diamond, so speed of light in different mediums. For the time being, we are relating the speed of light with respect to vacuum. So speed of light in vacuum is nearly 3 lakhs kilometers per second.